I was not expecting to get as emotionally invested in a story about a guy and a little girl who happens to be a robot going on an adventure together. I was looking forward to The Creator specifically just because it's an original sci-fi movie not connected to a prior IP. And while sci-fi movies can be a bit hit or miss for me, you have a director like Gareth Edwards helming this movie, the guy behind Godzilla and Rogue One, two great movies. And while I'm not quite there or willing to say that this is another great movie from him, it is still really solid, and in many ways I was surprisingly pretty impressed. But before we get more into my in-depth thoughts on this movie, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and comment down below what are your thoughts or expectations for The Creator. But let's keep talking about it. I appreciate how The Creator touched on equality and evolution, not in a manner that felt heavy-handed, but more so just as a simple tale of how evolution can go about. We've seen movies like this before, and I don't think it does anything new for the genre. Some might call it predictable. I didn't really find that to be a big issue. I don't know if its themes completely come together in the end in a very satisfying manner, but I will say something that was very satisfying was the emotional bond and connection between John David Washington and Madeline Una Voiles, who go on an adventure together and they explore what it means to find connection. That's an easy setup right there for the audience to get emotionally invested in these characters, and luckily this movie does dedicate enough time to its characters to get you invested. I wasn't completely vibing with John David Washington. I didn't know if he really fit the lead role, and I don't even know if going forward he fits big blockbusters like these, if he fits a lead role. He's not a particularly bad actor by any means, but for a movie that's going to demand a lot out of its lead, I don't quite know if he would be my first choice going forward in any big blockbuster, but luckily for The Creator, he won me over in the end. And Voiles, who plays Alfie, she acted her ass off. For a young actor, it's very impressive what she can do in this movie. And mind you, this is her first ever project. I found myself getting so wrapped up that I was even getting a little bit teary-eyed. That emotional core is strong enough and it's easy for you to just get invested, and I feel like this movie does a good job at that. Also, for a movie that doesn't have a overwhelmingly large budget, the visual effects were great, no complaints there. The sound design was stellar, and the beautiful score from veteran Hans Zimmer gave me damn near chills. The Creator is an ambitious movie, and I think that if you can get on board with that within the first couple minutes, you're in for a really solid sci-fi epic. It has this unique aesthetic that feels a little old school in a sense, and that's just another thing that made it pop. And you also have a nice couple bits of comedy sprinkled in there, and especially for a movie that can feel pretty heavy at times, it's nice to have those little moments of levity. And then to top it all off, you have the gorgeous visuals. The cinematography is outstanding. The big thing that I feel like does hold it back from me from being that great status is the runtime. I do think he could have tightened it up. Shorten that middle chunk of the movie to get it to a little bit under 2 hours. I think there was more than enough here, and you could have cut down some things. But you know what I do really respect it for? Its ending. I was hoping that it didn't go on any further, and the way that it ended, the final shot, it really worked for me. So look, if you're a sci-fi fanatic, you're probably going to find something to enjoy in The Creator, with not only its topical themes, but its gorgeous visuals, stellar visual effects, and also just true emotion at its core. I found myself surprisingly impressed, and I didn't expect myself to enjoy it as much as I did. I'm going to give The Creator a B. Support this original sci-fi movie in theaters, and especially on an IMAX screen, it's a great experience. Thank you so much for watching this review though, and again, if you did enjoy it, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and click that notification bell so you don't miss any further videos. My name is Ben, people call me Meter, and I'll see you guys in the next one.